late.
Good evening, Miss Lane.
Careful, you'll... Okay, so you won't.
Thank you very much for finding the time for this interview. I realize there must be many questions about me the world would like to know the answers to. So it's become important to me to have close relations with the press. Now, you really shouldn't smoke, you know.
Lung cancer?
Well, not yet, thank goodness.
Let's start with your vital statistics, okay?
Sure.
Age?
30.
Height?
6'4".
Weight?
195.
And I take that the rest of your bodily functions are what we consider normal?
Beg your pardon?
Well, to put it delicately, do you eat?
When I'm hungry.
Ooh. Well, would you like a cookie?
Oh, what kind?
Macaroons.
Thanks anyway.
A glass of wine?
No, I never drink when I fly.
Is it true you can see through anything?
So far.
And you're totally impervious to pain?
So far.
What color underwear am I wearing?
Pink.
And, do you have a first name?
What do you mean, like Ralph or something?
What's your background? Where do you hail from?
Well, I come from a planet in the Xeno galaxy. It's a place called Krypton.
Krypton? With a C-R-Y?
No, actually it's Krypton with a K-R-Y.
Uh-huh. Do you like pink?
I like pink very much, Lois.
Look, just why are you?
Sorry, I don't understand.
I mean, why are you here? Well, there's got to be a reason for all of this.
Because I'm here to fight for truth, for justice in the American way.
You're going to wind up fighting almost every elected official in this country.
Well, I'm sure you don't really mean that, Lois.
Well, what with your strange powers?
You think they're strange?
Well, it's not exactly your average Joe who can deliver an airmail letter without putting a stamp on it.
I wouldn't do that, Lois. That's against the law.
I don't believe this.
I never lie.
Just how fast do you fly?
Gosh, I don't really know. I mean, I've never actually timed it or anything. What do you say we find out together?
Just how do you propose we do that?
Take a ride with me.
You mean would I like to fly?
Well, I'll handle the flying myself.
Well, you wouldn't drop me or anything, would you? No, of course you wouldn't. Oh, this is utterly fantastic. If only Clark could see me now.
Who's Clark?
Clark Kent. He's a sort of a rewrite man at the Planet. Suffers from a slight case of the dulls, if you know what I mean.
Well, I'm sure he's really very nice, Lois. Well, where are you going?
To get a sweater, isn't it? Kind of cold up there?
You'll be warm enough. I'll wrap you up in my cape. Ready?
Clark said you were only rigged with wires, like Peter Pan.
Peter Pan flew with children, Lois, in a fairy tale.
He got the part. But the problem remained, he was too slim. A padded uniform was prepared for him. But Christopher Reeve was determined to build up his own physique for real.
The point is that when I started, I was a string bean, and Superman's not a string bean. So already, on this diet, I eat 4 times a day. I tell you, I'm on a high meat diet, protein diet, vitamin pills, nothing like steroids or anything like that. But I mean, I get to eat as much of as anything that I want, and it's great, you know. The thing is that on this part particularly, you have to start from the outside and work in. You can do all the interior work you want to do, and it's not going to get you to Superman if you don't have the physical strength to go with it. The thing that happens is that the stronger I get, you know, and I'm still not all that strong, but I'm getting it. The stronger I get, the more it helps my mental attitude towards the part. What sets Superman apart is that he has the wisdom to use his power for good. He has all these powers, but he's got he's got the kind of maturity, or he's got the innocence, really, to look at the world very, very simply. And that's what makes him so different. When he says, I'm here to fight for truth, justice, and the American way, everybody goes, you know, but he's not kidding.
The biggest problem with Superman was we found lots of people who looked like Superman and were in great shape but couldn't act, and lots of wonderful actors who just weren't remotely Superman.
If you didn't believe Superman could fly, then you didn't believe Superman was real. And he was still going to be a comic strip. And I felt we should go for an unknown.
At first, there was a resistance to Christopher Reeve. And I kept putting his picture in front of them, and they kept putting it at the bottom of the pile.
This is J.C. Penney's $10 dress shirt. It's made of silky, smooth Ultressa polyester. Probably one of the most expensively made $10 dress shirts in America.
Finally, after we had met, I don't know how many actors, they reluctantly agreed.
I looked at him, kind of reddish blonde hair and skinny as can be, but he had this great big sweater on. And he really convinced me of his honesty, of his love of the character and how he wanted to play it. And I said, but you're a skinny little kid. And he said, listen, before I went into acting, I was a real jock. He said, I've lost 50 pounds. He said, I can put it on. And I said, hey, if I take a chance on you, you better be telling me the truth or I'm down the tube. He said, I swear to you. I said, well, I'll have to do a test. He said, well, I'm in a play right now down the village. He said, I play my own grandfather in it. And so we went to the theater that night, and there were maybe 20 people in the cast, and he just jumped off the stage. He came right through the proscenium. He stood out.
The next thing I knew, I was invited to London for a screen test.
We had made a costume out of a blue leotard and cut out an S and a red cape. The wardrobe lady had just thrown it together, and Chris was sweating like a stuck pig. The blue, there was black circles on it. The water was running down his arm. I took black shoe polish and we blacked his whole head. And this skinny little kid did a scene with various ladies who were up for the part of Lois Lane. And hands down, he was Superman from day one.
He hopped off the balcony and said,
Good evening, Miss Lane.
and Jeffrey Unsworth looked over at me and went, because the tone was just right. The thing, he went through the test and we knew we had him.
I was very skeptical about the whole thing. I thought, how's this going to be real and believable? But when I read the script and saw the scale and size and the quality of the casting, quality of the script, a 70mm version of it, I thought, wow, this is really an opportunity.
I remember we sent the test back to Warner Brothers and we prayed. We said, we love this kid. And they saw it and they said, great, go with him. If you feel that strongly, he looks terrific.
I guess sometimes when you don't really think you're going to get the part, or if you're not even really sure that you want it, that's sometimes when you get it. It's when you pin all your hopes on getting something that often you choke.